Hey, Shabbat Shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
Hi, I'm Rabbi Chai Posner, presenting you with Back to the Basics you may know and the basics you may not have known as part of our Shabbat experience here at Beth Tfiloh. Today, we're discussing candle lighting. Now, some things you probably already know. We light 2 candles before Shabbat, though some people light more than 2, corresponding with how many members of their family. You probably know that we light around sunset, and you probably know that it tends to be the woman who lights, though if there wasn't a woman in the house, it would be the man who lights. It's just that traditionally the women were the ones who made Shabbat, and so they were the ones to light the candles. Here are 3 things you may not have known. First of all, the Bracha. Usually when we perform a mitzvah and we make a bracha, we make that bracha before performing the mitzvah. This is to set our mind in the right attention, to know that what we're doing has been commanded by God to sanctify us and uplift us and connect us. Problem is, if we made the bracha before lighting the candles, it might then be Shabbat. And so it was decided that we would first light the candles and only after make the bracha. But what about the idea of making the bracha before doing the mitzvah? This is basic number 2 you may not have known. That's the real reason that we wave our hands in front of our eyes. Now, there are beautiful customs that people have of how many times they wave their hands or what they think about when they wave their hands. But the reason probably comes from wanting to cover our eyes while making the bracha and then only open them when we see the candles. We see the candles then, it's as if that's when the mitzvah is happening. So the bracha sets our mind in the right intention before seeing those candles. And here's a 3rd basic you may not have known. What are those 18 minutes all about? So we know we're supposed to light candles at sunset, and that really is the time that Friday turns into Friday night, turns into Shabbat. Problem is, we're not always right on time, and sometimes we run late. So the rabbis decided that they'd give us 18 minutes of wiggle room. And if you look on a calendar at the time for candle lighting, that time is 18 minutes before sunset. We aim to make Shabbat at that time, to light the candles at that time. But if we run over a little bit, as long as we're still before sunset, we're still okay. Wishing you a Shabbat of light and of bracha and of peace. Have a great day.